Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Balatro, where today we're gonna just carry this green deck forward, this deck that was doing so well, into endless mode, and we're gonna see how quickly we get outscaled. I'm actually just really curious. And you know, it does feel like a good, I am shocked that there's a Joker for that. Oh, that's a neat one too. Okay. So we have a sort of a fun set of gimmicks going on here. Creates a random Joker. Well, I guess we may as well just go ahead and throw our Hermit now. That'll give us room to buy the Judgment. Let's see what happens. We created the blue Joker. Plus 2 chips for each card in your deck. You know? It is a shame that you are about to get eaten, because that's, you know, that's pretty alright for our deck. But with the Joker stencil and everything, I mean, like, the Joker stencil is only providing us ×2. This is not going to stick around forever. I do think it's better than the blue Joker, of course, so we're gonna do that for sure. But Celestial packs always contain the planet for your most played hand. What is my most played hand? Oh, yeah, sure, we're flushing a lot. You know, that seems all right. Plus, we're going to be producing, we're going to just have a lot of money over the course of this run. Let me pop this open, see what we get here. Okay, I see that Hierophant. I'm pretty excited about a Hierophant. Yeah, it's just the ability to buff 2 cards, right? It's gonna win out every time. So we're trying to stay red. I'll buff my red cards. I don't know that it matters hugely which red cards. Try to remember, like, what is the thing, right? We want to hold queens, so we prefer not to put the buffs on them just because we're a little less likely to want to eat them or to want to play them. And then it's like, do I want to keep adding cards to the deck? Here's a question. Obviously, adding more cards to the deck potentially adds more stuff to Vampire, but it also means we're potentially getting back some of the stuff that we're like trying to cut out. You know, I'm trying to get us down to a couple of colors, and it would be nice to get us down to a smaller range of card values. Because, like, what if we could straight flush all the time? You know, wouldn't that be rad? Although at this point, a straight flush is not actually all that compelling. Obviously, flush houses are pretty fun. And those are, of course, also easier to pull off with a smaller range of values. But I guess if we're looking at 5 cards, it's going to give us we're going to have a pretty good shot of seeing something that fits in with our goals. Okay, so we didn't get a lot of special stuff here. Creates a planet if this card is held in the hand at the end of the round. Wow. That's fun. I'm going to take that. And seals the Vampire won't eat, right? Seals are not enhancements. Is that the word we're using? Yeah, okay. All right. Then we got a reroll twice. Erosion's no good for this deck. Yeah, we'll just reroll twice to get down to $3. And actually, we'll take this Jupiter. I was not expecting to actually buy anything. I just need to make sure we're staying low enough for Vagabond. Okay, let's see how it gets. Up to 220 here. All spade cards are debuffed. Pretty all right, actually, by us. And it's hard to imagine wanting to skip a blind under almost any circumstances, given the thing we have going on here. Like, we want to keep feeding the dagger and whatnot. So, chomp. All right, well, that's a 3 of a kind, and that's like, yeah, it's extremely not bad. How much better does it get if we full house it? Honestly, almost not at all. I'm gonna drop all of these, looking for something special to spend the death on. Yeah, that'll work. So convert the left card into the right card. And then we can take this as a 2-pair. 2-pair is pretty soft. What am I talking about? We take it as a flush. What am I doing? And we feed our we feed our vampires. That's pretty solid. So what do we have here? Obviously, this is pretty bad for us. That said, may buy it just for the discovery and to feed to the knife. So we're gonna have to do. If I spend these, we're gonna be at 9. Buy Crummy Joker and reroll, and that puts us back under. That seems fine. All right, let's pop this, and I think we're probably just like. Here's the question. Am I leaning in hard on Jupiter, or am I continuing to take the series bonuses in the hopes that we can get to Flush House territory? Because the benefit of Flush House territory is like very significant. I think that's, I'm living in hope a little bit here. And the series won't always show up, but the Jupiter will. So we can just take the Jupiter anytime the series isn't around. Alright, well, I mean, I guess I may as well reroll on the other end. What if we see something that's more interesting? Because this is a common. We'll have opportunities to identify that. Well, you know, then you might get stuff where you've already identified it already. We're not going to use this. I may as well just sell it now. Okay, that's a lot of queens and stuff. Just see if we can hit the flush. Maybe I just hit the full house. This will re-trigger once, which doesn't do anything super special except give us the chips again. Yeah, whatever. That seems pretty good. We'll take the full house. The full house will feed to the vampire. All right, 1.3. Not a big deal. 1.3 million chips on that hand. And here's the devil. Here's the devil, come to reward us, as he so often does. You know, that friendly fellow, the devil. Let me hit the Celestial Pack first. Probably, yeah. Still living in hope. All right, spectral cards seem totally bananas. Converts all cards in hand to a single random suit. I got so excited. Creates a tarot card when discarded. Destroys a random card in your hand and adds 3 enhanced face cards. Huh. Yeah, the randomness is scary, huh? The thing is, we can sigil. If it turns them all into a red suit, we can just take the medium. And if it turns them all into a black suit, we could just like immolate or familiar or something. Just cut. The thing is, the maximum benefit of this isn't even very good, right? I'm just gonna do this. Let's familiar, and then we'll medium. Ah. That is not one of the ones I would have rather hit. So, do we have a lot of 4s? We don't really. So this is a card that's somewhat likely to stay in the deck, but also one that's probably going to get discarded. Ah, shoot, I meant to spend the devil there. Who wants to become knife food? I guess it doesn't super matter. Yeah, they have the same sell price. So I guess I should have, figuring that they have the same sell price, I should have bought the cheaper one, but I was actually kind of curious if this one was higher shop cost because it had a higher sell price. Alright, so something to get converted to gold, I guess. I mean, whatever. We're just gonna use it, right? So are we going for the diamond flush? Maybe we drop 10s. Looking for, I don't know what I'm looking for if I do that. The thing is, I'd really like to play the 3. That's where my head's at. And it would be cool to play the 9 too. Obviously, continuing to feed the vampire is going to be huge. So we definitely want to discard this. And is that the only thing I'm discarding? It feels like a really weak initial discard. Maybe I just go ahead and drop these. Pair of queens is not very much, huh? I guess we're just looking for that diamond flush. Okay. Now we have that diamond flush with a queen held. The question is, do I want to try to find another diamond to hold the ace? Is that greedy? No, let's go for it. Okay, well. We could have gone for a smaller hand here. So as not to just blow it up in one. But I don't actually want to lose the money. And I know I spent all of our discards, which was me throwing money for sure. Sure. That seems fun. Okay, so these are all undiscovered. That one seems like fine. We'll buy this, and then we'll buy one of these fancy packs. Yeah, Queen of Diamonds is definitely interesting. We could take this with the intention of turning it red later. But it's really hard, you know, it's really hard not to just take that. And then I guess, yeah. That's weird. It says choose 2. But you have to choose them one at a time, I guess. Yeah, strange way to implement that. Chop, chop, chop. Okay, so here I'm kind of looking for a way to draw more non-red cards. And it's hard to just like throw away the flush, but I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna toss this flush. This is kind of cool, but yeah, I think we're dropping all of these. Okay, that'll do it. I'd rather they be hearts, but better diamonds than those. And then may as well just go ahead and crush it. I mean, the blinds they're scaling up really fast. I don't think we've seen this tarot card before. I think that achievement was maybe for seeing all the tarot cards. We definitely don't want to use this. I don't know if I'm going to want to sell it, though. We're definitely going to want this. That's funny. Let's pull a Celestial pack here. Take the Jupiter. Yeah, 9 left. So yeah, this should be okay. We can pull an Arcana pack. We're gonna keep trying it. Oh hey, it worked! Okay, an extra 10 Molotov the Vagabond. That's fine. It was gonna happen eventually, right? Okay, we've seen both of these. I guess we'll take this one. This is an environment where it is safe to sell the world. We still remain at R3 or less. I didn't want to sell that until I knew for sure it wasn't going to be disruptive. This is like almost. I mean, we could just play the 2 pair. That's not very exciting. I could just nail the flush. I'd kind of like to. What's our 2 pair look like? It's like okay. I want to feed the vampires, right? So this I don't think is gonna. Never mind. That scaling. Scaling gets out of control in a real hurry. We are rapidly approaching the point where we're no longer going to be one-handing every boss though, or every opponent, which is certainly something. Let's put you over here. Open up my celestial pack. Oh, I should have doubled my money first. What am I doing? That's straight flush. We've already... Normal flush has already scaled so far past straight flush. I don't think it's worth going back for it. Okay, let's do this now, I guess. Show me something fun. Yeah, okay. Death is interesting. Like I do love the Hierophant and everything. Obviously leveling up our cards matters, but deathing a 6 of clubs into a Queen of Diamonds I think is really... Yeah, let's do it. Left card into right card. Double check it every single time because you know I'm going to screw it up sometime. I'm trying my best to hold off that day as long as possible. Let's buy one for safety and also for discovery. And then, yeah, go looking. I don't think we're likely to get on 2 pairs again, but there's that just in case. I'm not going to buy the Pluto. 40 chips for each remaining discard. That's interesting, I suppose. Reroll one more time. Yeah, a lot of commons. This is an uncommon. If we sell this... Okay, yeah, that'll work. Probably it's a higher sell value. Plus 2 chips for each dollar you have. That's interesting. It's no good for us, but you know, it's fine for us because of what we're gonna do with it. But the Joker, the function of the Joker is not too good for us. Decreased level of played poker hand, so that hurts. We'll probably end up losing a level of flush on here, but like, I don't care that much. So we're probably just discarding things that aren't in the flush line. Actually, that doesn't look too good at all. There's like 1,000,000 hearts in my deck. Go find some hearts. All right, we definitely want to feed this. I do want to make sure I get this because I don't want to have to play 2 hands. Can I find another heart so I can hold the queen, please? Okay, we can hold that queen. That's fine. Just like that little bit of extra molt. I don't think it's too big a deal to lose 1 level on flush at this point. Alright, we can make something glass. What are you? Joker, Tarot, Planet, and Spectral cards may appear multiple times. Not like super exciting. Sure. We may as well buy every voucher, right? Like, and I do like Arcana cards. I do like, we want anything other than Jokers to be appearing up here because we're trying to spend money more quickly than that. That said, I do actually have to get a Joker here, so let's be a little cautious. Let's start with this. Show me something really fun. Okay, so Sun, usually pretty good, not so good here. Death conversion into like a glass jack of hearts is not horrible. We could take the random. We could just take a random joker off of this. I think I'd rather have. Let's turn a card into a special card, right? Let's turn a wrong suited card into a special on-suited card. Okay, and then it's like, buy this thing. I could sell the Justice and buy both of these instead. But like, there's not that much better than a thing that enhances a card for us, for our purposes. So I think probably what it actually is we just buy this Joker and buy the Magician and use both the tarot cards right away at the beginning of the round. 14 million. Okay, we're play only one hand type this round is not a big deal for us. But yeah, we're hitting the place where it looks like we're gonna start getting outscaled. Okay, so I don't really want to hit these until I know what hand we're playing, right? I'm gonna discard this stuff, kind of looking for hearts while holding the queen. Okay, there's some stuff there. We could glass this queen and hit the 2 pair in the hopes that the queen shatters. Well, the glass is gonna get eaten, right? What am I talking about? So we're almost there on hearts. Certainly wouldn't want to discard this right now. Okay, that gets us there on hearts. So let's enhance some of these cards. And then do we discard this hoping for another one so that I can try to discard? Well, I mean, I wouldn't, right? I would discard the both of them. Yeah. Sun's an interesting pull. I think we'll hold on to it for next round. And we'll just do this. This feeds the vampires pretty well. Oh, I didn't realize the red seal works on the shoot the moon ability. I fully had not put that together. That's really interesting. Okay, well, you get to become wild. And then underneath it all, you get to be a heart anyway, because obviously the vampire is going to eat the wildness. So really, that reads as a 4 of a kind rather than a flush, despite the fact that our flush is considerably better. Does it matter what order I like pick the cards up in? No. Okay, so that's a thing we got to be a little bit careful about. That's all right. The 4 of a kind screwing things up is not that big of a concern because realistically what's going to happen if stuff like that keeps occurring is we're going to flush house, right? So we're 3 hands into this and we haven't won yet. Feels pretty weird. Yeah, that's no good. Am I playing a pair? Is that where I'm living right now? I think so. We didn't quite make the flush. All right, well, these two can gain some stuff. We had a couple of hands left. We're gonna be okay. And you gotta feed the vampire. I'm gonna assume something can't be both glass and a wild card, probably. Let's make you a wild card so that I can hold the queen. Right, because that takes up the same enhancement slot. All right, it is starting to take some effort to win these. And we can't skip a Jupiter here. We did not walk out of that one with very much money, though. If I don't take this Joker, we're not going to have anything to eat. And as much as I would love to roll the Wheel of Fortune, I think we probably ought to... We probably ought to continue to eat. That's pretty fun. I mean, we can make this happen, right? It's up to 114. It's giving us a good base to multiply our multipliers, but like... The math is starting to get not that good. That said, this is pretty. This is something. Let me turn one of these into something. Vampire can't feed if the heart's not made of glass. Okay, a mere 4.5 million. Not really sufficient. I mean, we may as well fire the Joker now, right? Plus 8 mult if the hand contains a pair. Okay. This is wild. This is almost a club. This is almost a club flush, which is so unlikely in our deck. Do we wanna? I mean, the club flush is not happening, right? What's left? There's 6 queens, 6 kings. I could toss everything but the king and just dig for the full house. The suits are very weird. I'm gonna start with that. We got a bunch of discards left. Okay. We got a 4 of a kind. The full house beats the 4 of a kind pretty significantly. Might be better off just going... Yeah, there's like a million diamonds left in this deck. Let's just go for the flush. Flush containing a pair. So stone cards and enhancement. This will work the way I want it to, right? Where it'll get eaten by the vampire. I assume that after it gets eaten by the vampire, what it is probably doesn't matter, right? God, there's so many diamonds left in this deck. I am wondering about discarding... I guess we're not that far off of a straight. What's a straight right now? 120 times 10. It's actually like a pretty whack hand. It's very not compelling. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of tossing everything except the high cards. And again, just like seeing if we can luck into... So, it's an interesting two pair. I'm going to discard these one more time. Okay, what I was really hoping for there was a third card of one of the types that I could turn to stone so that we could see whether it would change the hand to a full house after we had played it. Playing this as 2 pair is kind of crummy, but we'll at least play it as this 2 pair. Sorry, let me... we will play it as this 2 pair. Oh, interesting. It makes the card score even if it does steal the stone status before the cards are scored. That's very weird. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we make glass. Ooh. Wow, that's not a good planet. That's a very crappy planet card to get for free. And I hate to sound like I'm complaining about getting a card for free, but I should have played the levers during the thing. I wasn't really thinking. I guess let's just sell this so that we can buy the Fool. We don't need to buy a Joker. And then let's open one of these and hope for something cool. This has an underlying value, right? It has something that it's going to turn into when it gets vampired. That's kind of an interesting... Yeah, the fact is I don't actually love any of these. Maybe it's best to take this. The thing is I don't want a card that's a club underneath. That's really just not very exciting. Yeah, all right. We'll take that and we'll see if it's good. Okay. This might be the last boss that we're able to take on. And because we are only scoring one type of hand this round, we know that we must make it. I guess let me turn you into a wild card. Huh. Enhances one selected. Oh, because I have 3 cards. What am I? Because you have a million cards selected, dummy. I guess I'll do the one. Well, no, we blew up the thing that cares whether we have pairs or not. Yeah, let's do this. And then we just turn this into a wild card as well. I guess you know what I could have done? I could have changed the 7 and the 5 and tried to find the flush house, but 7 and 5 are not super common in my deck. Yeah, let's do this. We'll make you a wild card as well. And so even though the vampire eats the wildness, this plays as a flush and records the score as a flush? Yes, okay. All right, it's a start. It's a start. Yeah, show me something. Magician Injustice is exciting, for sure. So let's turn 2 of the cards that we're gonna do into stuff here, and then we will discard all of our non-diamond cards, scoring ourselves 2 additional tarot cards. We may as well play this. I don't see any reason not to. And then the question: can you use death to make a flush house happen? Well, I have to play a flush. Never mind. Not even a real concern. Let's convert the left card into the right card. All right, there you are, Mr. Vampire. This should be pretty solid. Okay, I'm relatively confident we're going to get out of this alive. That's where I'm at. A lot of hearts, a lot of diamonds. Let's continue looking for those hearts. Yeah, real solid. Really, really good. All right, this won't finish it, but it'll get us in striking distance. Never mind. Never mind. That absolutely did finish it. We unlocked a new kind of voucher. Cash out at 11 bucks. Playing cards can just raw appear in the shop. That's fun. I sure do have some money, y'all. That's not gonna go for us. That's not gonna do it. Yeah, we don't have any probability stuff going on. This is a rare, so it's gonna have a higher sell value. So I'm inclined to just take it now. Yeah. It's not a bad card, but it's not the thing we need. So let's see here. 2 random planet cards, 2 random tarot cards. 2 random tarot cards is a pretty high value, right? Let's hit this. I think I'm gonna sell the strength. Well, can I open this and then sell stuff? Oh, also we can mess with stuff here in the shop interface, of course. This seems like a no-brainer as far as death goes. Left card, yep, okay. As ever. Always nervous, always. You know what would be sick is if this Jack was a queen. Okay. Oh, I should have used the fool after the death. What am I? I'm gonna take the fool anyway. Oh, it spends it immediately. All right, well that's fine. Do this, and then we got to re-roll to get down to where we're going. I think I will just sell this actually. It's like Star and Sun play well together in our deck, and then we just re-roll to turn on the what's it called? First hand of a round is a single 6, destroy it and create a spectral. I mean, that's cool, but yeah, wow, the scaling. Wow, the scaling. Okay, Ante-12 looks like our graveyard. So, if that's the case, we can skip for a double tag. It's going to be round 34 no matter what. It's going to be in here no matter what. Playing a flush sets money to 0 feels like a very targeted attack. I don't know. I guess there's no particular benefit to skipping, especially since the thing you could double doesn't actually do any, like... Yeah, let's keep playing the game. We must continue to play the game. So, we flush here very easily. But do I wanna... I might wanna, like... Alright, let's just go ahead and take the flush for the open. Yeah, our capability is scaling up. It's just not... It's never going to be fast enough. So, if we turn these on... I mean, I kind of want to... I want to score the glass card, though, for the multiplier. Okay, I mean, we're still unlocking stuff left and right. 4s, 5s, and 6s are not super common. I think I just play... this flush. Yeah. We are not going to get anywhere near 300 million. We are simply like, this is an orders of magnitude problem. And I want the flush house to happen, you know? But it doesn't feel very realistic at the moment. Alright, what if we discard... We got a lot of queens. The problem is that these are diamonds. And I can turn stuff into hearts. Ah, fuck it. Everything but the 5s and queens out. So we can't quite flush house off of that because of the sun. Being the wrong conversion. So I'm going to discard one more time. We need to either draw a queen of hearts or a queen of diamonds to be live here. And you know, there are 5. There are 5 queens of diamonds left in this deck. Well, that's not what I was looking for. I guess actually no, that's totally fine because it means I do heart conversion here. And I get the big transformation. Hooray! Flush House level 6. This is going to be our best hand, probably. Yeah, that was like 11 million. I feel pretty good about that. All right, let's go looking for another queen. How do we end up in that exact same situation or position again? It's very strange. Well, I guess we gotta take the flush. Do I just hanged man the 4? What am I even, like, what's the value of it is the question. Bam. Yeah, there is a way in which this kind of loss is very comforting because a lot of the time in a game, you'll lose and you'll be like, oh geez, I was so close. I wonder if there's something I could have done subtly differently. This loss, where you get to 10% of the value you needed, it's like there might have been little misplays here or there, but whatever I did wrong, it was massive. The little tiny misplays I made did not have, they played no part. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this up. Will this get vampired if it's not scored? It won't, right? Whatever. We're putting it up, and I guess that's it. Yeah, just, yeah. Pair. A sad 1.6 million hand to wrap things up. So that is the answer to our question. How does the scaling go in Endless? It goes like that. It gets pretty real. I don't know if there is anything you can do that gives like really juicy exponential scaling to your hands, but it feels like you would need something like that, right? I guess I was not gaining a lot of chips. So like we have a flat value being multiplied. It's like the value of gaining chips is certainly significant there at the end, and I was not doing a lot of it. A lot of the ways that you would gain chips by getting improvements onto your cards and stuff are getting consumed by the vampire. And I guess maybe I wasn't like I was so focused on let's just keep feeding the knife that I wasn't looking for a joker that could provide us with a large amount of like flat base. The word multiplicand keeps jumping into my head. It's been a while. Is that the number that you multiply? Anyway, the point is the flat value at the beginning of the multiplication thing. Because like once this number is scaled up enough, even small adjustments to the number on the left, turn out to be huge outcomes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we could have done that, but I'm sure it's doable. We just got to be on the lookout for cards that will allow us to land like that. So in one hand, get at least 1 million. Each played ace of spades gives X2 mult when scored. The card that is aiming at changes every round. That seems borderline useless unless if this thing restricts itself to cards that are actually in your deck, then it could be quite powerful with a deck where you manage to compress your available values. I could see that being really good. Discover every tarot card to learn about. Create a tarot card when the blind is selected. Okay, just lots and lots of tarot cards. Obviously, that's pretty good. I don't think that's bad. -1 ante, -1 discard per round. I am somewhat unsure of the value of these cards. I guess the idea is it rolls you back into ante, so you have one extra full set of blinds to acquire cool stuff. It just gives you more time to find the pieces for your combo before the scoring requirements get really ugly. And obviously, -1 discard per round hurts a lot less than -1 hand per round, which I think we had seen a voucher for -1 ante, -1 hand. Yeah, it seems okay, I guess. Have at least 30 diamonds. Okay, that's kind of cool. We sure have been playing some cards. Wow. That seems like it could be really good. Spectral cards may appear in any of your Arcana packs. That seems pretty bananas, given the power level of Spectral cards. And yeah, okay. That's how we're doing. Out of curiosity... Okay, so we've seen all the tarot cards. There are 3 planet cards we haven't seen yet. And judging from what we learned about Ceres there, it feels to me like they might be like fake hands. Although this one's between Uranus and Pluto. So what, we have pair, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, 4 of a kind flush. Oh, you know what's not represented here is straight flush. I've just never actually bought the straight flush card. But then I think... Oh, and right, they're in solar system order. I was looking at these, I was like, why are they sorted this way? But yeah, so this is where you get your Neptune. So yeah, that does suggest that these 2 are something else. What else could you do? I said there's a 5 of a kind available, I suppose. We never saw a 5 of a kind, although that deck was definitely capable of it. But what else? Well, whatever. There are apparently 11 spectral cards we haven't seen yet. Those seem bananas, and I'm happy. I'm excited to keep finding them. There's a whole type of card. Playing cards may have 1 enhancement, edition, and seal. So there's a whole kind of edition we haven't seen yet, which we know is called polychrome because we've seen it on the Wheel of Fortune. We just don't know what a polychrome card does. There's some kinds of booster cards we haven't seen. Although I guess actually it looks like it's maybe just different art for the cards for the packs we have already seen. These are the ones that are revealed here are ones we've actually taken. So there's a lot of tags. We'll get there on those, especially as we start moving up the difficulties. There are still a fair number of boss blinds that we haven't really seen. Oh, interesting. They have the ante values right here. After you hit 16, does it actually is endless not actually endless, or does it? I wonder if it just continues to scale along this line. This is pretty harsh. 7 million to 300 million to 47 billion, and then up into the scientific notation. Still a lot of vouchers to be found, and you know, we're at like a third of the Jokers. There's a lot of stuff in this video game. All right, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I don't know exactly how many episodes of Balatro we're going to do. You know, as a game without like a concrete end, obviously. I'm going to have to just put the end of it somewhere. But it's going to be a few more at least. I think there's definitely a lot of room in here, and I'm definitely still having a lot of fun. So when you come back next time, we're going to see what we can do about that exponential scaling. And we'll see you then.